Okay, good morning, students. Myself, K. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in Chaebol Engineering College. So now today's topic is Newton's rings. Newton's rings principle and experimental arrangement of Newton's rings. So in the last session, we discussed about the interference in thin films in a reflection system. So in that case, we discuss about the dark and bright fringes. So here, the same pattern we discuss here, but here in place of fringes, we discuss about the rings. So that is the variation. So this experiment was first explained by Newton's. So that's why it is named as Newton's rings experiment. So how the Newton's rings are formed? It is based on the principle of phenomena of interference. In this example, the formation of interference pattern is obtained by the division of amplitude. So simply in interference in thin films, that is in last session we discussed, that explains about the interference fringes only. Here, interference by the phenomena of interference, rings are formed. So here also dark and bright rings are formed. So like that, one dark ring and one bright ring. So here the line indicates the bright ring, and between the every bright ring, in between the gap, there is a dark medium. So in a Newton's rings experiment, dark and bright rings are formed. So we have to calculate what is the condition for obtaining a dark fringe and what is the condition for obtaining bright fringe. Okay. So here, first of all, we discuss about the experimental arrangement. Now, this is a plano convex lens. That means one side is curved and another side is a plane. So this is the plano convex lens, represented as a L, and there is a plain glass plate here, which is named as a P. Now, a plain glass plate, this is a plano convex lens. Now, a plano convex lens is mounted on a plain glass plate. Okay. Here, it is another glass plate. It is another glass plate which is mounted at an angle 45 degrees. Here, there is a monochromatic light. So here, there is a monochromatic light. So here we used another convex lens also, which is used for the purpose to convert the parallel beam of rays. So here we use light is a monochromatic light. So this monochromatic light is a sodium vapor lamp. It is yellow in color. Already I said that what is the meaning of monochromacity? So monochromacity means single color. That means single color. Okay. So here we use sodium lamp with yellow in color. Okay. Now, these monochromatic light is converted into parallel beam of rays. So here these are the parallel beam of rays. By using this another lens, let it be L1. Okay. So this is the traveling microscope. So which is used in the purpose to observe the whatever the rings, whatever the interference pattern formed due to this arrangement. So we observe through this microscope. We see dark and bright rings here. So this is the experimental arrangement. Once again, I repeat. A plano-convex lens L having large radius of curvature is placed on a glass plate P. Here the plano-convex lens. So this is the plano-convex lens. Now this is the glass plate. So here this is called point O. That means at the point O, the plano-convex lens touch the glass plate. Okay. So now a monochromatic light. Already I said that the monochromatic light in this experiment we used sodium vapor light, that is yellow in color. That means single wavelength light. Actually, the wavelength of the sodium vapor light is, that means lambda is equal to 5893 angstroms. That is the wavelength of the light. Here we use in this experiment. Actually, this experiment we done in our laboratory. Now, this monochromatic light is fall normally on the glass plate. Already we seen the glass plate is arranged at an angle 45 degrees. Now, this incident ray, that means here, whenever a monochromatic light is incident on the glass plate, now these rays are normally incident on the plano-convex lens like that. Now, these incident rays are split into two parts. One is reflection, another one is refraction. Again, this ray is act as a incident ray for plano-convex lens. Automatically, it is also splits into two parts. One is reflection, another one is refraction. Now, these are the two reflected rays. Ray 1 and ray 2 are superimposed. Now, by observing through a telescope, traveling microscope. So here we seen dark and bright rings like that. In case of interference in thin films, we discuss only dark and bright fringes like that. Okay. So then what is the difference between these two experiments? Why here rings are formed? Why here fringes are formed? So that will be explained clearly. So in case of parallel thin films, already we discussed in the last class. Actually, the light ray incident, some angle of incidence I. Okay. But here, light ray incident on the plane of convex lens normally. And in between the two plates, the thickness is the same. That means it has some thickness T throughout the same between the two glass plates. Whereas in Newton's rings experiment, the gap between plano convex lens and the glass plate is, here you observe that, gradually increase in thickness of the film. Okay. Once again, I repeat. Why in interference in thin films fringes are formed? Why in Newton's rings are formed? The first point is, in interference in thin films, incident some angular I. So, but here in Newton's rings experiment, the angle I, corresponding angle or both are equivalent to 0. But here there is some angle of incidence and some angle of R, that means reflected angle. That is the first point. And the second point is, whatever the thickness between the plano convex lens and the glass plate is, gradually increases. But wherever in interference in thin films, throughout the thickness is the same. So due to these two conditions, in Newton's rings, dark and bright rings are formed. In interference in thin films, dark and bright fringes are formed. Okay. Now, so once again, it is a clear explanation of Newton's rings. So this is the first incident ray. So this is one reflection. Let it be ray 1. Again, this is the refraction part. Now this refraction is act as a incident ray for a plano convex lens, I mean a plain glass plate. Again, it splits into two parts. So here, so this incident ray AB, this incident ray AB, ray 1, again, due to the reflection of plano glass plate, ray 2, by the superimposition of these ray 1 and ray 2, we get the dark and bright rings. Here the very important point is, this is the medium in between plano convex lens and plain glass plate. Actually, this medium is air medium. So here we discuss one main point, that is, what is the refractive index of the air film? So mu air value is 1. Okay. And the another point is, at the point of O, what is the point of O? It is the point of contact of a plano convex lens and plain glass plate. At the point of O, there is no air medium. Okay. So there is no air medium. So these are the two main points here we discuss. The first one is, the gap between plano convex lens and plain glass plate is nothing but, so here this is entirely air film. Okay. When you observe that this air film thickness is gradually increases. Okay. And also one important point is, refractive index of air value is 1. And another point is, at the point of contact O, the thickness of the air film. So here the thickness of the air film is 0. That is exactly at the point of contact of plano convex lens and glass plate. Okay. Now, so Newton's rings are formed due to the interference between light rays reflected from the lower surface of the lens and the upper surface of the glass plate. Okay. So I will clearly explain with the diagram. So this is the plano convex lens and this is the glass plate. Now interference between light rays reflected from the lower surface of the lens. So this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray from the lower surface. And another one is upper surface of the glass plate. So this is the upper surface. So upper surface of the glass plate. Now this is ray 1. This is ray 2. By the superimposition of these two rays, we get dark and bright rings. Now these rings we observe through a traveling microscope. Okay. Now here the vertical light ray is AB and it is partially reflected from the curved surface plano convex lens. So this one, and partially transmitted ray BC again by the glass plate. So here additional phase changes by pi or path difference lambda by 2. Actually this concept we also discuss in interference in thin films. Okay. So whenever a light ray traveling from one medium to another medium, that means from rarer to denser medium, actually this is the wave pattern, but due to phase change, this will be going like that. So here it undergoes some additional phase change pi. Due to that, the light travels some additional path that is equivalent to lambda by 2. Already this topic we discussed in the last class clearly. So just I omit this topic. Okay. Now, the path difference between the two rays is actually 2 mu t cos r. We derived from interference in thin films. Just here, we again use the same formula here also. The variation is plus lambda by 2. Actually, in interference in thin films, 2 mu t cos r minus lambda by 2. This is the formula we express in interference in thin films. But whereas in here, we have to take plus lambda by 2. Why we choose plus lambda by 2 in Newton's rings? Why we choose minus lambda by 2 in interference in thin films? Let us again, I will go to picture. Right. So here, I will draw interference in thin films diagram also. So this is the one surface PQ. This is the another surface P dash Q dash. When a light ray is incident from, I will again draw it clearly. P, Q, P dash, Q dash, light ray, incident. This is the reflection. Again, it is in refracted ray, which is act as an incident ray for P dash Q dash surface. So when you compare these two pictures, this is the interference in thin films. This one is Newton's rings experiment. Okay. Here, the light ray is coming from air medium to air medium means rarer medium to this is the denser medium. Okay. But here, the light ray is traveled from denser medium to air medium. That is the main difference. Here the light ray is traveling from air medium, that means rarer medium to denser medium. Whereas in Newton's rings, light ray is traveled from denser medium to air medium. So that's why we have choose plus lambda by 2 here. We have to choose minus lambda by 2 in the case of interference in thin films. Okay. Now, again, we will go to next slide. So it is clear why 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2. Okay. Now, already I said that the refractive index of the air value is equivalent to 1. And also, in the experiment, light ray is incident normally. When you observe the figure, schema represent here. So this is the incident ray direction, and this is the reflected direction. When you observe this figure, it is clear that angle I is equal to angle R, which is equivalent to 0. There is no angle of incidence here. It is a normal incidence. The direction of incident ray is equivalent to direction of reflected ray. That means it is simply named as normal incidence. That's why in Newton's rings experiment, we observed dark and bright rings. Okay. So, in a normal incidence, small r is equal to 0. So, for air film, mu is equal to 1. And due to normal incidence, r is equal to 0. Now, substitute these two values, that is mu is equal to 1 and r is equal to 0 here. So, mu value is 1. So, it becomes to 2t. Here, r value is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So, totally 2 mu t cos r value becomes to 2t. As usual, plus lambda by 2. Now, here, the first case is exactly at the point of contact. That means that is a point O. At point O. That means thickness of the air film T is equal to 0. So at the point of contact means, I will show with the diagram. So this is the plano-convex lens and a plain glass plate. So this is the point O. That means at the point of contact. So here the entirely air film is there. Total air film is there. But exactly at the point of contact, there is no air film. So there is no air film. There is no thickness of the air film. So automatically, T is equal to 0. Now, substitute T is equal to 0 in this equation. That is a 2t plus lambda by 2. So this value also becomes to 0. That means only path difference value is equivalent to lambda by 2. So whenever the path difference value is equivalent to lambda by 2, then here a destructive interference is formed. What is destructive interference? Destructive interference means it is the case of dark, or it is also named as minimum intensity. Minimum intensity case. Okay. This is very important. If path difference is equivalent to lambda by 2, that means actually the path difference values are lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, 5 lambda by 2, and so on. These all values are gives the destructive interference pattern, or simply they are also named as dark and minimum intensity. So here once again there is a dark ring. We call it as a dark ring. We call it as a dark ring case. So in a Newton's rings experiment, the first fringe is dark fringe, like that, and again bright fringe. Again in between gap there is a dark fringe. Again there is a bright. Again there is a bright. In between every bright there is a dark fringe is there. I cannot show the dark fringe clearly. Okay, the gap between dark and the gap between bright and bright is nothing but dark fringe. Actually here it is a ring, so we call it as a dark bright rings. So the first case is at the point of contact, that is t is equal to 0. We substitute here. Then the path difference value becomes to lambda by 2. So the path difference value is lambda by 2. Then it is named as a destructive interference, or it is simply named as a dark ring, or it is the case of minimum intensity. Now, and the next two cases are constructive interference. So what is the constructive interference means? Simply it is a case of bright ring, or it is in case of maximum intensity. Now the condition is path difference is, this is the same as whatever we discuss in interference in thin films. Path difference is equivalent to integral multiple of wavelength. So here the path difference formula is 2t plus lambda by 2, which is equivalent to n lambda. Now write the lambda by 2 to right side. It becomes 2 minus lambda by 2 by commoning the n value. Then finally we get the 2t is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Here n value we have to take 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So constructive interference means it is the case of bright ring or maximum intensity case. Now the next case is destructive interference. How we get destructive interference condition? Path difference is equal to odd multiple of half of the wavelength. So path difference value is 2t plus lambda by 2. Odd number is indicated by the symbol 2n plus 1. Half of the wavelength means lambda by 2. So here lambda by 2 are cancelled. Then finally 2n into lambda by 2 is there. Again 2 cancelled. Then we get 2t is equal to n lambda. For when n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So these are the conditions for obtaining dark and bright rings according to Newton's rings experiment. But still in this topic we discuss about the expression for the thickness, diameter of the dark and bright rings. In this topic we discuss only what is the condition for obtaining dark and bright rings. But still we have to find the diameter of the dark and bright rings. So for example, so these are the rings. So this is the first ring. This is the second bright ring. Okay. Now this is the first dark ring. This is the second dark ring. So we have to calculate the expression for diameter of the bright ring and diameter of the dark ring. Similarly, diameter of the bright ring and diameter of the dark ring. And there are some applications of Newton's rings also in our syllabus. With the help of Newton's rings, we can calculate the refractive index of the material and wavelength of the given light. And also we can easily measure the radius of curvature of the plano-convex lens. So here, before we discussing about the applications of Newton's rings, we have to know what is the radius of curvature of the plano-convex lens. Okay. That will be discussed in the next session. Now, once again, we recollect the information here. So Newton's rings experiment. This is the plano-convex lens. Plano-convex lens. And it is a plain glass plate. This is a traveling microscope. Glass plate which is arranged at a 45 degrees angle here. Here we use a monochromatic light. That is a sodium vapor light. Yellow in color. Now this monochromatic light is incident on the glass plate. Now this beam of light rays are converted into normally, and these normal rays are incident on the plano-convex lens. Automatically there is one reflection is there. Again, some rays are incident on the plain glass plate. They also reflected. So the reflected ray due to bottom surface of the plano-convex lens and the top of the plain glass plate are both superimposed to give dark and bright rings. And these rings we have to see through traveling microscope here. So that is the Newton's rings experiment. And in this session, we discuss about what are the conditions for obtaining dark ring and bright ring. Sorry, here I write dark fringe. Actually, this is a dark ring. Okay. Okay. Thank you to all.